Hey YouTube, it's Nicole Moore coming to you from my core. I'm sorry that I can't be on camera, but I just had some random thoughts that I was thinking, and I was like, hmm, it's been a while. I haven't been on StreamYard slash YouTube in a long time, and I have a few thoughts. I have a few things I'd like to, I don't know, talk about. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Um, let's see. My thoughts. Let's first talk about the things that I've been seeing happening all around the world. Well, we know that there is we are on the verge of war and at any moment. Um and unfortunately, the United States is so preoccupied by the presidential race, which okay, you got me. It's important, but the whole Diddy Diddler thing and Kim Porter's book or non-book, we're not even sure if it's real or not. I'm in the LMAH atmosphere, so we're all about Mel's live that just passed and TikTok live, and she did well. I'm also a member of the beef sector, even though I really predominantly stay in the clouds, but I'm in there. And I'm just doing my thing, going to work, coming home, just chilling. But I had some thoughts. So let me center myself. Let me focus. I didn't put any notes, so this is freestyle. So just hang out with your girl, that's all. Here's the thing. We're going to start with what everybody is talking about right now, and that's P. Diddy slash Puff Daddy slash Brother Love slash Puff Daddy. I said that, but you know what I mean. The Diddler. Nobody's coined him that yet, but I don't even know. It's so deep. A part of me feels like at one point he was a victim and he took that victimhood and he turned it into his power. And then he got drunk off that power and went really make it make sense to me in my mind. Because I mean he's so far gone. He's so far left. Nobody, not even the powers that he has to answer to in his little voodoo mind, checked him. Like nobody could reel him in. He's like that teenage son that a single mom is raising and he's smelling himself and there's just nothing you can do with him. You've beat his ass, you've punched him, you've called his deadbeat ass dad, you've done all the things, but nobody's done that for Diddy. He's just been running out here rampant, crazy. I just listen. Damn, this new lawsuit that's come out is so heartbreaking, and I know that Cassie, I know her lawsuit, and the details of it was like, damn, but this girl had no idea that this shit was going to happen to her. She had not seen anything. She wasn't at any of the Diddy parties. She was a completely innocent individual thinking she was doing something for her boyfriend, which we'll talk about that in a minute. Because why the fuck would you go meet your boyfriend, not your husband, not your brother, not your cousin, not a family member, not why would you go meet your boyfriend's boss to talk about how he's been being reprimanded at work? That's ridiculous. But okay, whatever. I digress. Innocent. Had no idea. Not of that world, didn't understand it, trusted him, was her boyfriend's boss, thought nothing of it to meet with him, very naive. I wouldn't even call it naive. I'll take that back because how could it be naive, you know, that you're meeting with someone who is supposed to be business oriented, wants to help your boyfriend grow within a company, but there's just a few minor things that they need to talk about. I don't know. So she gets into this limo, according to the affidavit, allegedly, and he offers her some wine, a glass of wine. I don't know anybody who passes up wine. It's a cordial setting. You think you're among people who you can trust or have no idea that you can't trust. So you take a glass of a sip of your wine after you accept it, and you're feeling a little woozy. But this is your boyfriend's boss. You don't want to embarrass him. You're trying to do something that you think is supportive of him, and you find yourself bent over a fucking pool table. I don't even those and he according to the affidavit, allegedly, he didn't even hesitate. He knew which part of her body he wanted to assault right away. She's a female, so you would think the natural part of her body would be assaulted first, but no. He went to his favorite hole. He went to the spot that he's familiar with. He went to the spot that he loves the most. Made sure to lather real good. I mean, what the fuck? Like when you think of the details of what she said. See, Cassie's details was more along the lines of how he beat her ass, which is fucked up and it's like, damn. But the details in this latest affidavit is like sexually. He is a monster. And this is explicitly what he did to me. And invited a friend. And not even like a CEO or an exec of the company. It was the bodyguard. The bodyguard was able to violate me. Are you kidding? Okay, and then years later, okay, that happens. More tragic things happen. You'll have to read the affidavit for yourself because what I just said alone should be enough to make you be like, what the fuck? Okay, no problem. She finds out random things happen in between there. She was threatened, made to feel like if she says anything, her family's going to be affected, her child's going to be taken away. Like she told her boyfriend at the time, and he convinced her not to say anything. Because again, he's trying to move up within the company with this fucking monster. Oh my God. Run. But no, he didn't run. He wants to make it work. So I guess they broke up because why would you stay with him? She gets taken home by a family friend who I don't know, guess does a car service or whatever. And he's trying to convince her to file a police report and go to the hospital. Like, what are you doing? Like, the normal course of action would be to rat that motherfucker out. And you just never know if and when you're in a situation like that, unfortunately, and a God forbid, all at the same time, what you would do. I mean, that man has victims everywhere, allegedly, and has assaulted like so many people. And they are terrified of that man. I mean, I don't know what it is that he does or says to them, but they are terrified. Like he is the devil himself to say anything. In my opinion, and this is me speaking from a perspective that I could never know based on what she went through, but you've taken so much from me in every way, from every hole that's penetratable. I would just have felt like there's nothing more you could have done to me or could do to me that would make me not report your ass. And it wouldn't matter to me at that point what I looked like, how it looked to me, and who was affected by it. But you, I am telling on you. I would be that little kid who told everything in this instance. You want to talk about somebody snitching? I'd be the first one in line to let a nigga know what was done to me. And you can kill my family, all of them. You can take my kid away, all of them. You are not going to get away with doing what you did to me. And that was my initial thought. My initial thought was, no, I'm not going to be silent about this. But then you got to think about it. She's not the only person he's done this to, and they have remained quiet. So ask yourself, what on God's green earth could he have been saying to these people, doing to these people, showing these people to make them remain silent, especially this particular girl who has been violated so viciously, allegedly? There's rumors that he put Usher in the hospital, allegedly, and that his entire asshole was ripped to shreds, allegedly. And to this day, there's also rumors about him being a green jizz man, where there's green ejaculation that comes out of his body. And how, oh my God, people still swoon and want to sleep with him. I couldn't. And at this point, not a brother, a sister in the industry could ever entice me to want to be with him. I might not even be that type, and that's okay. That's cool because I don't want to sleep with you anyway. Because you probably got something. Because you're all nasty, sleeping with each other. Whatever. But you just got to think about it. Like, even if you think you would know what to do in that situation, you have to think about all of those people who he has scared to death to come forward. They they you know how long it took Cassie to come forward? How long it took Dawn Richards to come forward, Aubrey O'Day to actually speak out? The guy in the prison, the producer that's currently suing him, these people had to overcome a lot or had to be offered protection or something that the devil couldn't compete with to come forward against that man. I just honestly think that there has to be another stronger word for a monster that can be applied to someone like the diddler. And I'm really sad about it because, like I said when I started this out, I feel like he had to have been a victim at some point. And then his drive to be something in this industry was so strong that he took that power and just got drunk off of it. He turned that pain into it was the first dick he sucked. It had to have been. Had to. It was the first dick he took. Had to. But I'm pretty sure they broke him in by them being the bottom and him being the top, and he just loved that shit and didn't realize he would. And then with loving it, realized, hey, there's an opportunity that I can capitalize on here. And there begins the first sip of his first drink that causes him to be drunk with power and out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, This man is, and he listen, he's in jail now currently awaiting whatever is to happen next, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there, his victims included, who are breathing a sigh of relief for now, but still in the back of their head know that he just may never get to actually face real consequences for his actions because he was just that powerful. And this could all very well be just a humiliation ritual, a large one. He's just probably waiting for that next level of power. Who knows? Who knows? There's also some sort of rumor going around about Jay-Z and other celebrities allegedly, and how possibly Jay-Z is setting Puffy up and trying to be the next one. It's not far-fetched. I believe Jay-Z moved a few people around just to get to where he is now. And I think his good luck charm is kind of wearing off. And Beyonce, all she can do is sing and tour. She can't sell a thing. You guys are buying her records allegedly. Her stands are still there, but I don't know. They're not. They're not buying. The shit that she sells and pushes and peddles. And now she's got a liquor under her belt. Really, Beyonce? Okay, I guess she wasn't my favorite Destiny's Child anyway. So I digress. Yeah, maybe I should change this live to unpopular opinions. Fight me. Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me that Jay-Z orchestrated this. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Shout out to the content creator who took it upon herself to buy what is supposed to be Kim Porter's book, and she read it live. Well, not live, but she read it on her on her on her what is happening here? Sorry guys, having some technical difficulties. And no, I will not be editing this out. Not at all. But I listened to it and pretty much it was interesting. I mean, it was kind of too smooth in how it flowed. There wasn't very much detail, but just enough to kind of keep you interested, feeling like it was juicy, la 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 la. It was an interesting read, you know. It did keep your interest, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there that if it was true, it's fucked up. She left a lot of stuff out though, if this was truly her book. Which I'm more and more inclined to believe that it is not, because a little seed of doubt was placed into my head when I heard Jaguar Wright say that it's possible, you know, that if you wanted to get ahead of something that you couldn't control whether it was going to come out or not, that you put your own version of it out. You put a plausible, half true, half false version out. And so when the true version comes out, there's a little seed of doubt in your mind on whether that's the truth or whether the first part comes out was the truth. It just creates some doubt. And so you're just left wondering whether it's true or not. And I believe that. I believe that that is actually the case. I don't know who specifically put this out, but I think that it is someone I always thought, that's why I didn't buy it, that it was someone who was trying to capitalize off of the situation with some things that they had already heard that was already out in the media, you know, and just put it together in a kind of like a I don't know, you fill in the blanks with what could be plausible and then go ahead and put it out real quick. And because everybody's so nosy and because Diddy's going through what he's going through currently, it's just like perfect timing for it. So whether it's true or not, you're still gonna make money off of it. And so I always felt like that was the case. But I was still curious as to what was in the book. I just didn't want to buy the book because I didn't know or feel it was truly the book. So after coming across this content creator who read the book out loud from cover to cover, took about 2 hours and some change. Light work when you're driving to work, driving from work, blah, blah, blah. It's doable. It was juicy. It was interesting. There were some things in it that I don't know, could be true, but there's that seed of doubt, you know? So I'm not gonna give you that content creator's information because I don't want to perpetuate something that may not be true. I was just simply nosy and decided to click on the link, listen to it. So I guess we're just gonna keep it here, keep it a little light, keep it a little less lengthy because I'm not trying to do any editing. But like, comment, subscribe. If any of this is interesting to you and you pretty much just are grateful that this isn't your life that you're living or having to go through, and you're sad and sorry for those who have gone through this, and your thought process has been like, oh my God, like for them to stay quiet for years, what did he do to keep them silent? Like that is my question. Cause in my mind, you've done so much to me. You violated me in the worst way. There's nothing left for me to keep to myself. You took it all. Why wouldn't I say anything? Now, I understand that there are some cases where women weren't believed because he's a high power figure. But in this case, you had a driver, you told your boyfriend, there's cameras. Oh, she literally found out around the same time that Cassie put her affidavit out that her assault, her viciously violent assault was recorded and being passed around for people to watch. And she found this out because her former boyfriend got wind of it and called her and told her. Not only did you take from her something so sacred, so vicious, I'm sure she'd never had anal sex in her life. And your vicious attack was the first experience she had with that? My God. My God. That is, my God. There's got to be, again, there's got to be a stronger word that represents the monster in the diddler that can be expressed. Put it in the comments below because we got to identify how to express just how allegedly evil you have to be to carry out some of the things that he is being alleged to have done. And after you put that in the comments, also tell me in the comments, what do you think someone could tell you to keep you quiet for that long after doing something so severe to you? Let me know, because I'm very curious as to what this man tells these people to keep them so quiet for so long and so scared. My God. My God. All right. I guess the end things was the book, and the affidavit. I'm I don't want to say that I'm fascinated by this story, but I'm just I have questions. And like all of you, I just can't believe that a man would do or could do or would do the things he's accused of doing. And listen, we've heard rumors, there's been rumors and we've all speculated that he's gay and he has gay sex with celebrities, but this adds, and he beats on his woman and he's impatient, he's got a temper, but I think this sheds quite a different light on this man. And I don't think that he was ready for that, to fight that, to combat that. I'm pretty sure the lawyers are scrambling right now if they didn't just leave him in jail to rot. Comment below. Let me know those two answers. What did he say to these people to keep them so scared for so long? And what would you have done? What would it have taken for you to be quiet this long? And what stronger word besides monster can be attributed to someone who could do something that's alleged that Diddy has done? All right, y'all. Comment below.